The former president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, has supported the Gen Z protest and told them to go out and demand for their rights. Now, this is a backstab, a direct backstab against the current president, William Ruto. Why are we saying this, and how this statement from Uhuru Kenyatta has faced a backlash from the very generation that he is supporting, meaning from the Gen Z. So we are going to go out, we're going to present in this video that, first of all, what are those reactions that we are calling a backlash against Uhuru Kenyatta, against his statement, and then why we are saying that this is a backstab. So we will give you a background story. Okay, so this is Mahlet Ayele, your host at Connect Africa, and welcome. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Now let's go direct to the report. Uhuru Kenyatta said this showed his support during the mass funeral that was held for his first cousin on Friday, actually yesterday. And he said on that statement for Kenyans, I'm going to share this with you. I am quoting his speech here: "Fight for your rights, Bwana. Don't just sit down and watch your properties being taken away, and you worked hard to obtain them. Don't allow it. Fight for your rights." This is what Uhuru said. He said it, as I said yesterday, during the funeral that was held for his first cousin, the late Kibati Muagai. So in going on, he said, not to be intimidated into stopping their fight for their rights. But this message did not sit well amongst Kenyans. In fact, those, particularly the Gen Z, that he's directing his message. He, in fact, actually mentioned his daughter by the name Nigingi. Let me just check. Who, for her also to go out and support or join then the Gen Z. So now this can be translated in a lot of ways, but the thing is that these are the backlash. Let's go and check how the Twitter reacted to this, and I'm going to give you a background why I'm saying that this is a backstab against William Ruto, because recently William Ruto, after the Gen Z protest, has shown, they have been seen in public, and one particular thing is that William Ruto has paid a visit in December to Uhuru Kenyatta in his residence in Gatundu, actually with 12 goats. And 12 goats, culturally, it has a meaning. It's when you ask for something, and it's also a reconciliation. So what went on in that meeting is, of course, what went on, and this is why we say backstabbing. Now let's see first how the Kenyans reacted to Uhuru Kenyatta's statement when he said, go out and demand for your rights. So he's actually encouraging them to bring back that protest. So he don't want this calmness. I'm not saying that protest wasn't right, but there's something cooking. Why he's encouraging them? While everybody they have been there out on the street for 2 months and without really a concrete result. Yes, William Ruto has taken a certain measures, but it wasn't something that to what they expected. Okay, so why he's encouraging that? What is cooking? Okay, let's see. Now, this is his statement. If I'm not mistaken, let's see. But it is in
even you naona rudi uingie hii majenzi, nyinyi ndio the story of the future. Fight for your rights bwana, sio kukakaa hapo mambo mali yenu ichukuliwe na nini, mumeitolea jasho. Msikubali, pambaneni, muhakikishe mumepata haki yenu. Mnasikia nyinyi? Sio kukaa hapo tu, kuna kitu inadumu. But everything is worth a fight for. If you don't fight for it, ikienda mtu asilie. Msimame mpiganie haki yenu. Na mko na hawa watoto wamebaki ambao wako tayari kupigania haki yao. Waungane pamoja nanyi. Can't just stand there and let people take your hard-earned sweat.
Wow.
Dunia iendi namna hiyo. Muwe watu ambao hawataogopa, wataishi. Kama my friend ameenda detention, si alitoka na akaendelea na maisha. Hata nyinyi teteeni haki ze. Sio kukaa tu mnaogopa. Kuogopa sasa ni sisi tutulie sisi. Ninyi ndio mko na nguvu ya kupambana na hiyo watu. But we are behind you. Muendelee namna hiyo.
Wow. Okay, so as you have seen, that was a direct support from Uhuru Kenyatta taking advantage of his cousin's funeral, and who are attending that funeral, sending out his message. He knows exactly what he's doing, that this video of him or this statement of him will go over all over the social media. So he is strategic. You know, leaders cannot just say something out of nowhere. They know exactly what to deliver where. Okay, now and then when exactly. Look at the reaction. Now this is on Twitter. Let me show you. Okay. Let me just, I want to. Somebody said here, okay, Ruto's goose is being fattened. We have debunked the theory that he is a strategist. We kept the other day, he's just another refined at Hon Oscar Sudi, but we same mannerisms. The gods have decided to teach him a lesson for not being content with what was given to him. Okay, I'm gonna come to this now. This one, this tweet, this reaction here. This is hypocrisy of the highest order when he is, meaning Kenyatta, when he is in government through his 3 proxies in the name of cabinet secretary, he is hiding in Gen Z by day while eating with them at night just to avoid the wrath he faced when he met Kasongo, the same with Raila. Don't believe them. That's what Raila Odinga said. Don't believe them. They all are the same. But this message tells you that how Uhuru Kenyatta is backstabbing not only William Ruto but also the Kenyan nation. While he's a double standard. Basically, that's what they are saying. By day, he appointed those 3 cabinet secretaries, and through them he is sitting well within the government, but he comes here and tell us also as if he is with Gen Z. So this is like eating with 2 forks or something, as we call it, but it's just simply a double standard for and at the same time backstabbing William Ruto, because William Ruto thinks now he made reconcile with Uhuru Kenyatta. Last time he visited him in December with 12 goats, you know, asking basically the support of Uhuru Kenyatta. And this is what Kenyatta comes and say. But also Kenyatta is really playing it very well. Look at this, the other reactions. This one says, why, by the username, by handle why same Gen Z should ask about the loans he took, meaning Uhuru took, and what he did with them, and all the other scandals of Kenyatta. Another one say by the Twitter handle Arif says, asking Nijina is the daughter of Kenyatta, okay? Asking Nijina to hijack the movement like his father hijacked Mau movement. That family is part of the problem in this country. You know that he's saying Jomo Kenyatta has hijacked the movement of Mau, and now Uhuru Kenyatta is telling, now in this mass funeral, he tells his daughter, go and support, you know, Gen Z. So now she, being the daughter of former president will not have the same profile the rest of the ordinary citizens. So he knows that then she's going to become the leader of this movement. That's why this person on Twitter or on X, on its new name, with its new name, is saying that they are good at in this hijacking movement. Another reaction for his statement is that, look, Hiram Gassina says, my take is there is no better time to introduce the heir of the Kenyata'S family into politics, if not now. Nijina or Muholo, Uhuru's brother, are being fronted to do exactly that. Watch this space carefully. So this person is telling us now, by hijacking this movement, what Uhuru is doing is that he's introducing his daughter. So perhaps that means that person is the next heir of the Kenyata'S family, and the brother of Uhuru Kenyatta. So they are introducing who is the next leader. It's just that we are used to this political dynasty in the continent, where these elite groups, their sons and daughters come again and run for presidential election in the country. So this is what this person is referring to. This person with Twitter handle, it's Mahiritan, says, well spoken, but unfortunately he was also doing the same thing. Peter Kamau says, Ruto is cheeky. That meeting had nothing to do with the individual appointments of the so-called Uhuru men. At the time, I questioned if they were real. His appointments, he would have thrown in Matiang'i, Amina, Mamwamwala, but not just Kikuyus. Edwin Numumbi says he was waiting for appointees to be sworn in. So this is, the appointees they're talking about is there are new cabinet secretaries that are appointed by William Ruto, the current president. So they're saying those people are for Uhuru Kenyatta. These are his proxies. So they sworn in, it's not even 24 hours. So now he's coming and saying this. So they're saying he knows exactly when to drop the bomb. Okay, let's see another reaction again on X platform. So Inject, it says, Uhuru has money, he's not after money, he will support you but correct you when you go wrong. So this is his supporter. Another one says, Uhuru is the man who gives you a plan to help yourself, which is part of his master plan to help himself. Let me just repeat this. Oh my God. Okay. Uhuru is the man who gives you a plan to help yourself, which is part of his master plan to help himself. And Omo just laughing out loud. This says a lot. So for Uhuru to come and tell you he supports Gen Z, that means a support for himself as well. Okay, let me just stop it here. So most of them were a backlash against his statement. Okay, now the second part of the question I said that I'm going to answer on this video is that I'm going to give you a background, meaning who are these cabinet secretaries that these people are reacting to or referring to. I'm going to give you that. So this part is how he faced a backlash with this statement. Now the second part is why I say he backstabbed William Ruto. Look, these are the three people. Let me see if I can find the article, and I'm going to share with you. These are the three appointees who are, proxies for Uhuru Kenyatta. Wait a second. I think I have it here. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. Bear with me. Okay, these are, I'm sure you're able to see it. Okay, so let me do a quick background. William Ruto, after Gen Z protest happened, he is faced with two things. First of all, one of the measures he took really to calm down, or in a way of answering the question of Gen Z protest, was that he sacked all his cabinet secretaries. So now he also sacked the deputy president. Kenya's political system, or the government system, has this crazy thing in their political system that was happening from Jomo Kenyatta time. In fact, I call it a curse in the Kenyan political system. They have always a deputy president which has the same status like the president. It's just that the president is running it, but this deputy president, they're like a president, a government within the government. So every time, when they do presidential elections, the president and the deputy president, they do it together, but they're like separate and they have their own government. It's really very complicated. And I'm sure maybe after this, Kenya might take a lesson and drop this deputy president thing. Now, his deputy president was amongst the one who was not only sacked, but actually impeached because he showed a support for Gen Z. So he was impeached against the constitution of the parliament. I mean, they always can amend it with the bigger vote, and the president has a bigger say. So his name is Rigathi Gachagua. Now, Rigathi Gachagua has a bigger role because he brought to William Ruto the biggest, the more vote for William Ruto during their presidential election. He comes from Mount Kenya region, and that Mount Kenya has 6 or 7 towns under it, and all these people are really a diehard supporter of Rigathi Gachagua. And supporting Rigathi Gachagua means also supporting the United Democratic Alliance, the UDA, which is also the party of the president. So indirectly, William Ruto has received those votes. But after he impeached him, because the match of the votes, it's more than 50% of the vote comes for Ruto from those towns, or that region. So he actually knows that his second term during the 2027 election is already jeopardized, or he kind of compromised it. So this is why he went to the former president Uhuru Kenyatta in his residence in Gatundu and asked, for a reconciliation, and actually asked him directly for his support now that he lost he has impeached Rigathi Gachagua. Okay, so he knows the 2027 election is really in question mark. He might not make it. And in fact, as we speak, I just did my research. Rigathi Gachagua is not part of anymore the United Democratic Alliance. He is going to reveal a new political party that is going to run head to head against William Ruto in 2027 election. And he knows that he will beat him. And given that Ruto's, all the things what he does, he's not walking the talk. I'm not even going to go back and talk about what he did, because we have continuously have reported what he did. So after all this happened, now, it was, the understanding is that now Uhuru Kenyatta is with William Ruto, but no, okay, look, what went under that meeting when he brought those 12 goats to Uhuru Kenyatta, one of the things were, okay, you are going to appoint my people in the new cabinet secretary, okay? And these are the people. Let me just name them to you. 3 newly appointed cabinet secretaries were sworn in State House in Nairobi on Friday and consequently took office. This is January 17, okay? That is Friday, yesterday. And it just few hours after that on the funeral, that's why the people were reacting on Twitter. Okay, he just waited until his people are sworn in and then he dropped the bomb. So these are during the ceremony, William Ruto said he was confident that Mr. Mutahi Kagwe, number one, the other one, William Kabogo, and the third one, Mr. Lee Kenyanjui, are highly experienced in politics and governance and have brought those skills into government. So these are the people, those, the people on X platform are talking about the proxies of William, Uhuru Kenyatta. This was they saying, okay, you all are by day, you are within the government, you are eating with them, and then by night you want to tell us you are with us, meaning the Gen Z. So we know you, we are not going to support you. You are just a hypocrite. That's what they are telling their former president. So this is really getting very interesting, for Kenya. And at the same time, sad, but we will follow it. I'm glad that people are identifying and saying this is who you are. No, we are not calling for your trap. Imagine that this mass just follow his call and come out to protest just for nothing, while his people are still there and who are going to protect the sitting government. So it's insane how our people, our leaders within the government continue to betray us as a nation. It's just sad, and they don't get it. People, when they say enough, it's enough, and they're gonna bring you down, and that will happen in Kenya. It's just we don't know when. Until 2027, it's 2 years to go. So we will see what will happen. But let us know your share or your view on this one. Please comment below. What do you think of Uhuru Kenyatta's statement on this one? Great, a quick shout out to Thierry on Ryan, as Kung Fu Fanta. I hear you, I see you, and thank you for all your comments. And you guys are what keep us going. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel, share the video with others if you find it relevant enough, give it a like, support us through our PayPal account and buy me a coffee link. It's in the description section, please. And I will see you on the next one. It's a bye-bye.